Welcome back to Prime Time, y'all, and I'm back at it again with another story time. Before we hop into this story time, go ahead and get your meal, your drink, your blunt, or your snack, a 10-man or sneaky link that you will call on back because Prime just dropped a new video. I don't know what I'm finna name this story time. I don't know. It might be my high school crush link. I don't know, cause I had more than one high school crush, but I already named the video High School Crush because that was a different high school crush. If you following, you following. So let's get into this video. So before we just jump right into like the story time, I gotta give y'all a little backstory on this dude. So let me describe, my little high school crush. So we're gonna call him Daniel. Okay, yeah, that's similar. We're gonna call him Daniel. So I was a junior at the time, and I'm in drama class. I was like the first person there, so all the other kids is like, coming in, and I'm just seeing all the other kids, it's like a lot of girls just coming in. I'm like, damn, like this drama class, it's like females, like females were pretty much running the class, and you had a few dudes who was coming in, but like they was not giving.
Where the hood niggas at? Where's the hood niggas at? I'm looking for the hood niggas. Come on. Come with me. I'm looking for the hood niggas. Where's the hood niggas at? Ooh, where's the trap niggas? You got to be selling that work, bitch. Where you at? You got to be selling them motherfucking kilos. I want you with the hood niggas. Where's the hood niggas? I'm open and available, bitch. I prefer chocolate. Thank you.
I'm just like, damn, whatever. And then that's when Daniel came in and he sat in front of me, and I was like, damn. It was from that moment where I was like, damn, he fine. Nah, he was cute to me at first. I would say he was fine, but he was cute to me. I'm like, okay, you cute. But like, y'all, as time progressed, he just started getting finer and finer. I'm talking about this man was wearing like sweatpants. Like, I mean, he had a juicy butt, y'all. Like, it was just so juicy. Like, he had like these sweatpants shorts where you could just see every detail of the lower half. It was like, at this point, you might as well just take them bitches off and just let us see what you got. So I'm talking about nice voluptuous ass, and y'all a dick. Like, he was giving dick print too. I'm like, damn, like, not him having best of both worlds, but I don't know if it's big or not, because sometimes the prints be lying, but we gonna get to that. So I want to say towards the end of the school year, we was in like the auditorium, and I'm talking to one of my high school wives, my friend, but I called her my wife, and I was her husband. If y'all know, y'all know. So we chit-chatting, we talking about our little gay, because she was gay. She was a lesbian. And I'm like, look, we talking about our little flings. No, hold on, my bad, I'm sorry. She said she was bisexual. My bad. And so when she said that, because, sat right next to me, like, at the perfect time while we was talking, and he heard her, and he was like, oh, yeah, I'm bisexual, too. So me and her both looked at him, we was like... So my friend looked at me, I looked at her, she was like, ooh. Because she already knew that, because I been told her that I had a little crush on him. She said, bitch, this your chance. I'm like, oh, okay, word. So, me and him exchanged Snapchats. And so, it was a lot of flirting, innuendos. Then, I become a senior. And, oh, I'm sorry, he was like one grade under me. And then he became a junior, because at first he was a sophomore and I was a junior. Then I became a senior, and then he became a junior. Y'all following? So senior year, we get new people in the drama class. I want to say he in the drama class, ain't he? Was he in the drama class? Again, I don't think he was, but he had this crush on this one girl named Ari. I just never Oh, I just exposed her name. That don't matter. It's okay. He had this crush on this one white girl, and I just never understood like why he was fucking with her so much. Like, I was like, what, I was starting to like low-key become envious of her, no shade, because I'm like, I wanted him, but for some reason he wanted her so bad, and I just never understood. I'm like, what do she got? And don't get me wrong, like, she was pretty, like, she was like an average pretty. She's not one of those pretty girls where you just were like, ooh, ah. She was like, okay, I see you, like, type pretty. And, she had thick, like, legs, but, like, it was like too thick of a leg. It was giving like, no shade, I don't want nobody to twist my words, but I'm just trying to give y'all a little sight. It was giving like lymphedema legs. Like, she had really like thick legs, and I was like, okay, but she didn't have no ass, so it looked weird. Not trying to shade her, but I want y'all to understand, like, you know, where I was feeling, like, where I was coming from. Like, why was he, like, fucking with her, but didn't want to fuck with me? And, you know, eventually, you know, I just one day asked him, I'm like, look, like, what you see in her? He gonna tell me, oh, you know, I ain't never fucked with a white girl before, so, you know, I want to see how it is, you know, fuck with a white girl. I was kind of blue when he said that. However, I kind of understood, because, you know, I definitely done checked off, you know, a lot of races off my bucket list. So I felt where he was coming from. Another more sexual innuendos, a lot of more flirting. I'm talking about, like, y'all, he was flirting hard. I was flirting hard, but, like, it never would go anywhere, like, outside of, like, you know, the classroom. Maybe a little bit of stuff in Snapchat, but that was pretty much it. Like, we never linked. So fast forward, bitch, I graduate. I want to say it's 2020 now. He probably was a senior at the time. Nah, because was it? Yeah, he was a senior, and this was during 2020. Y'all, I was working at Target. So fast forward December 2nd of 2020, I'm working at Target. And so this was at the time I was in an open relationship. So, you know, I was good to do this. So, you know, I slide up on his story because, you know, he posted a selfie looking good. I mean, just looking good as fuck. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, so, you know, I sent some emojis under it. He like, oh, thank you. Oh, your face is giving. And he was like, what that mean? And I was like, oh, that means you look good as fuck. He was like, oh, thank you, cutie. And I saw, you know, I started proceeding to flirt. And, you know, he flirting back. And then that's when I just bust out and was like, I almost said his name. That's when I proceeded was like, look, Daniel, like, why haven't we linked up yet? Like, why haven't we linked? I want to know, like, why haven't we linked? Like, I've been wanting you. You been wanting me, like, because you got to have wanted me, because, like, you wouldn't be doing all this flirting. It's been, like, 2 years. Like, why haven't we linked? And then he gonna tell me, he was like, well, you ain't never said nothing. I was like, what the fuck? Which, when I really think about it, I really didn't, because we was just a lot of flirting, but it was never, like, you want to, like, come fuck. Like, it was never none of that, like, straight to the point. But it was like, if you knew, you knew. Like, I'm like, boy, why was you playing? Because we could have been linked. I even remember one time we even walked home together. Because we lived so close to each other. And so I was just like, yo, what the fuck? Anyways, he ended up asking me, he like, well, do you got a car? Because we can link up right now. And I was like, well, hold on. Because, you know, I'm at work. Because, you know, I was working at Target. I was working a night shift. I'm like, I don't get off till like 4 o'clock. So if you still woke, like, what's popping? He like, man, you know, motherfuckers should still be woke at that time. So, you know, just let me know when you finna slide and I'll hit you up. I'm like, okay, cool. So 4 o'clock hit, y'all. I'm excited. You know, I'm clocking out. Clocking out is just one of the best feelings in the world. So, you know, I clock out. Now I'm happy, I'm geeked. So, you know, I text him, I'm like, look, I just clocked out. You still woke? What's the word? He like, yeah, bet, I'm still woke. You know, he drops the Eddie. So, y'all, I pull up. Hold on, before I pull up, you know, we was doing a lot of talking because he was telling me how he wasn't gay. Talk about how he just... Because I'm like, what we finna do? That was pretty much asking, like, what we finna do? He like, you know, you come gobble me up. And I'm like, okay, you gonna gobble me up? He like, nah, I don't suck dick. I'm like... Oh, I hate when dudes do that. Like, what the fuck? Like, you might as well just stay with the females if you're not doing what you need to do. But whatever, I'm like, look, can you at least give a motherfucker a hand job? Like, shit, because, you know, I just really wanted to suck him up at least. I'm like, I gotta see, because, you know, he ended up sending me a nude at work, and y'all, the dick was giving. I want to say his dick was like 7.5, 7. Maybe, nah, not 8, but it was at least 7.5. He like, babe, you know, I can do that. I'm like, cool. Plus, I got lube in the car. I was just nasty, so I kept lube in the car. So, I finally pulled up. You know, he let me in, but, bitch, we in, like, this motherfucking, it's like this front porch shit. Mind you, did I say it was fucking December? So, it was kind of cold. He ended up giving me a hand job first. He gave me my hand job. Boom. I want to say, you know, I ended up nutting. And then, that's when I started giving him some head, y'all. He pulled the dick out. And y'all, like, the dick was just so beautiful. I just wish he had hair on it, because, you know, it was shaved at the time. Like, if he would have had some hair on that dick, oh my God, it really would have been beautiful. Because you know how I feel about hairless pings. Y'all know me, I just like my dick's hairy. It just looks so much better, like. But that was okay. The dick was still pretty, like, I mean, y'all, it was just so pretty as fuck. Like, y'all know that one porn star named Devin or Devon? Y'all know what I'm talking about. My gays. That's how his dick was looking like, but it was more like a little Caucasian eyes. But he wasn't really all the way Caucasian because he had like a Hispanic last name, but he didn't look Hispanic. Like, he looked like white. Like, I'm talking about even like blondish hair. Blondish brown, or like a dirty blonde. So, I thought I already described y'all. Story time all over the place. I hope y'all following. Y'all, I just started getting to go and I'm stuck on that motherfucker. You know, he's squirming a little bit. You know, letting out some heavy breathing. But he not moaning because, you know, you gotta be quiet because, you know, his people is inside while we's on this front, like, enclosed porch. Kid you not, like, his dick was so perfect. Like, it was literally going in my throat, like, no gag. It was that perfect. Like, I wasn't even gagging. I was just deep throwing, like, bitch. And then he nutted, y'all. The nut didn't taste nasty, but it didn't taste good either. So, you know, I spit it out. So after that experience, I'm like really sprung. And now I'm like, oh my God, how the fuck? I'm like, I wish we would have been linked up because we could have been doing this. You feel me? So I'm gonna say after that link up, I'm gonna say me and him hooked up like 2 more times. Pretty much doing the same thing. Because he wasn't giving head. He wanted to fuck, but I wasn't really like, I wasn't bottoming like that back in the day. So I was like, I'm like, I don't wanna, because plus his dick was too big to me. I'm like, that's gonna fuck me up. What I doing now? Oh, let me stop. I'm in a relationship. I can't be doing that. Oh my goodness. But bitch, I wish at the time I should just let him hit, but no shade. But I feel like I really would have caught feelings if I would have let him hit though. And him being pretty much like, it's not like he was really in the closet, but he was in the closet a little bit. So it's kind of like, Plus, he be fucking with girls. You know, I want to say I've been looking at his snap recently. Not recently, but a little while back. And he be posting this little black girl. I think they together now. I want to say me and his last hookup was probably like, what, last year? Early last year. I didn't even get jerked off. I want to say I just gave him a head and left. I want to say our last hookup was so bad because he didn't have a nut. I think it was because I was low-key like, I was low-key a little sick. And plus, I don't know what he had going on. But I could tell he wasn't really feeling it like that. So I'm just like, damn. He probably already nutted earlier. I don't know. Anyways, that concludes this story time pretty much. If you made it through this whole story time, go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe. And hit that notification bell on the side so you will be notified the next time I upload. And I'll catch you on another Prime Time.